So let's take a little trip down memory lane. Or if you haven't experienced this day, we can take a trip in the future. We're gonna time travel today, guys. Yay! It's the end of the school year, and the only thing on people's minds is prom. Whether you're planning out what dress to buy, what outfit, where to go to eat, who to ask out, it's a lot of stress. And you want this night to be perfect, not only for you, but the person you plan on going with. And I'm sure you've had this person picked out for a long ass time. Or maybe it was just somebody that walked by and you're like, hey, let's go to prom. And they're like, sure.
Butter biscuit.
Wait, is that just how it happened with me? Shit. So this night you have planned out in your head, and you probably have already planned it out from the beginning of the year. Imagine that you planned out all of this, and then the school decides to cancel the prom due to the fact that a lesbian wants to take her date to the prom wearing a tux. For crying out loud, this is their prom, and you're canceling it for a lesbian who wants to go in a tux and have fun with her date. And the fact that you said that they can go separately, but if they end up next to each other or dancing together, they will be asked to leave. Do you understand how ridiculous that sounds? So what if a girl wants to go with another girl, or a guy wants to go with another guy? It should not matter. Like, do you understand how many chaperones will be watching prom to make sure that no one's, like, screwing each other on the dance floor, which is probably already going to happen because I know at my school it did. Like, the kids at my high school were sexually active. Come on, guys. I mean, if you honestly think that lesbians are going to go out on the dance floor and just, like, have their way with each other, then you need to seriously wake up. Because there are a lot worse things out there that could be happening. You should be worried about kids getting drunk and driving home after this, or even entering the prom drunk. Or, you know, like anything. You know, this is some minor incident that none of the kids are going to be affected by. Like, there are some kids that went to the school, and the school interviewed them, and they were like, well, I don't see anything wrong with it, just let them go. This is a huge deal for them. This is going to change their life. This is how they're going to remember them. And you didn't even have to get your school involved with this. I mean, it's them going to the prom, having fun for a couple of hours, and leaving. What is wrong with that? Also, I get the fact that you're in the Bible Belt, but this would have been a huge, huge issue to teach tolerance in the schools. Isn't that like the basis of Christianity anyways? You're supposed to tolerate. It doesn't matter if you don't like something, but you can respect somebody and their life. That's how they want to do it. It's freedom of expression. It's the First Amendment right that was violated in this. It doesn't matter if they're gay or not. It's how she's trying to express herself. I think schools really need to crack down on this. I mean, at my school, during the art club, we weren't allowed to have rainbow ropes for graduation because it was considered a homosexual symbol. Also, we didn't have GSA, we didn't have any clubs. We tried to start them, and they always denied it. It was a really tough fight, and growing up, I would have really appreciated someone there for me, or a group of people that I could talk to, or even a teacher that would understand and talk to us about it. It would have been a huge, huge thing. And to not have the support from the school, that's a huge deal. Why this is such a major issue with me is because a lot of teens and a lot of kids, I don't want to say kids because I don't know if some knew if they're gay or not back then, but some of these people take it so much to heart. Like, people don't understand how much this affects people. Kids commit suicide because they're teased or bullied or scared that they're going to be murdered or beaten or harassed because they're homosexual. It's a major issue, and people act like it's nothing. Kids are killing themselves off. There's a kid maybe a couple years ago, maybe last year or something like that, that killed himself because he was harassed about being gay, but he wasn't gay. Like, it's a huge thing, and it's not fair at all. Like, I just wish people would realize how much it affects other people. Oh, and I went on the site and I read the story, and I started reading all the comments below, and I think this one is my favorite. Really? Like, do I have to get into this one? We don't need special needs. We need equality. That's what it is. If you call that special needs, then you have the special needs. We don't. And since when is ignorance healthy-minded? Please tell me. Back on the subject, I just really wish the school wouldn't have taken it that far. It's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. These kids are going to have fun, to remember their senior year or junior year. It's a huge deal to them. They'll always remember this. Always. And for already starting their life, they're just going to college and everything, and just starting their life and showing them how ignorant and how idiotic the world can be already. It's a big deal, and it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna bother them. So I don't blame them for suing at all. It's discrimination, and it's a school that should not be discriminated against. Also, Constance, if you are watching this, if this prom does not happen and you don't get allowed back in, fly over to Texas with your girl, and I will throw you your own prom. No joke. You have my word for that. I will throw you your own prom. And I will get a lot of people to go, and we'll have a huge blast. And we will record it, and it'll be remembered. So if you do have that problem, just come. I swear. I'll give you a prom. And no chaperones. Also remember, those people that don't support you are only a small fraction of the people that do support you. The people that do support you are going to be there full force, 100%, and will always stand beside you. So don't forget that. Now, if you're watching this, I want you to do two things for me. One, I want you to write notes to her below if you support her and why. Also, number two, I want you to write your most memorable moment of prom night.